Right from the beginning, the centre tried to be as ecologically positive as it was able, but one of the concerns was the mounting electricity bills, and for quite a while we looked at the possibility of solar panels, but because of the cost, it didn't seem feasible. We decided to go to community benefits to see if we could get a grant for the solar panels, because as the name implies, the grants that they supply are for the benefit of the community, and we felt that we could show that the savings in electricity that we would have would be able to benefit the whole of the community here at Encounter Centre. That involves the programs that we run for people with disabilities, but also all the work that the volunteers do, and the shop and the nursery and everything else. Bruce had done all the background work on the savings, so it was up to me just to put it together with what we felt would benefit other people with the savings that we would get, plus emphasising the ecological side of the project as well. And we were very, very thrilled when we got the grant, because it was such a large one. I guess having the solar panels on here at Encounter Centre and seeing the savings has probably made a few of the people that come along to look at their own homes. And I think there's a sense of pride. You drive along and see the panels, and it's good to know that Encounter Centre is seeking to be energy efficient in whatever ways are possible.
They ask for quotes to install solar power on the building. We were one of the local companies approached, and our proposal was successful. The type of solar power system that they put in was a 21 kilowatt system. It's monocrystalline with SMA inverters. Now, that was our proposal looking at their building and their power bill, so we came up with the best size to meet their needs, and we selected monocrystalline panels because of their efficiency, low light characteristics, and then the SMA inverters because of their reliability. Solar power works by sunlight, converting that sunlight into electricity. Now, it does that through the solar panels. Each solar panel has a number of cells. They're semiconductors, they're made out of silicon. When the light strikes those silicon cells, the photons in the sunlight displace electrons within the silicon, and that becomes current, which becomes electricity. That goes into the inverters here and converts to 240 volt for the lights, the machines and everything in the building. There's 84 250 watt solar panels. That's a total of 21 kilowatts altogether. The installation took about 5 days. We had a crew of 4 guys here on site. The benefits of the system, they would have seen those about a month after, because we had to get the meter changed, and we can only turn the system on after the meter's been changed, and then the benefits are immediate. The Encounter Centre uses about 100 kilowatt hours per day. The 21 kilowatt system produces about 90 kilowatt hours per day, so that will basically cover 90% of their usage. The cost of their electricity is around 30 cents per kilowatt hour, and the cost of solar is around 6. That offsets both peak and off-peak power and feeds some power back into the grid, which they get a credit for. So the value of the solar power that is made is around 25 cents. So for every kilowatt they make, they are making around 16 cents in savings. So putting solar panels on a place like the Encounter Centre allows them to concentrate or spend more money on their core business. They're saving around $8,000 a year, so that's money that's not going to their electricity bill, that's going into programs that help their participants.
The Nectar product, the fire we have in the centre here, is one of the few that we promote and install. South Australian made, big capacity heater to do a huge area, as you see, up to 40 squares, and a good solid product. The Encounter Centre, we're looking at options to minimise heating costs. The Nectar Mega Heater that we have here in the centre is a wood-fired appliance, and any broken limbs, fallen timbers, offcuts from the timbers they use in the workshops here, good clean fuel which has to be clean and fuel because of the emissions and the Clean Air Act. So they chose that because it can heat a big area and the cost factor is minimal. The installation of combustion heaters are to be installed by licensed installers. Every state has a different category of regulation. In this state we need to be licensed. Any combustion heater can be installed on any floor material, providing it has a ash arrestor, which is an appropriate size to suit whatever size heater you're putting in. In other words, it's to protect your floor from embers that may fall out of the door and or from radiant heat coming from the front of the heater to the floor surface. Concrete floors are fine, timber floors, carpet floors all need a floor protector and to be compliant once again with the Australian standards. These combustion heaters can also be used for hydronic heating, which is underfloor heating with a hot water system going through. 15 kilowatt boiler can be fitted to the back of the Nectar Mega, and a 3 to 5 kilowatt system can be used for domestic hot water as well. So very economical during the winter months in conjunction with solar power, free energy. The running costs of a combustion heater are far less than gas electric, and there are woodlots that are being grown around Australia, land clearing, etc. So forests aren't being cut down to fuel combustion heaters, but still wood fires are a better, cheaper alternative, providing that you don't mind the handling of them. Storing firewood, bringing the firewood in, a few little critters here and there. Apart from that, they're quite good. I wouldn't live without one.
If you live in the southern states, heating can be a big deal, both in terms of your comfort indoors and in terms of your power bill. So let's take a look at the best energy saving options for space heating. First is gas-powered ducted central heating. These units are very common and work well, but it certainly pays to shut off ducts in rooms that aren't being used. Electric radiant heaters are becoming more and more efficient, and they work best in small to medium-sized rooms. There are also split systems for heating and cooling. These units are very efficient and they have the added benefit of keeping you cool in summer. And then there's hydronic heating, where water is pumped around the building into discrete radiators in each room and through the floor. These radiators are warm to the touch, silent, and make the floor toasty under your toes. Also, they don't blow dust around, so great for asthma sufferers and safe for children. But make sure you do your homework. Some of these systems are expensive to install. Just make sure they help you save money in the long term. And to get the most out of your heating system, take care of the little things. Get your insulation sorted out, keep the windows and doors shut, get your gaps sealed to cut off drafts, and be sensible with your heater. 18 to 20 degrees is as high as you should put your thermostat. Every degree above that is an extra 5 to 10% you have to pay for. And it goes without saying, rug up. There's a strong correlation between people wearing t-shirts in winter and higher energy bills. So do your best to keep those jumpers on and your bank statement will thank you.